Hello, hello, hello. My name is Audrey Hamilton. I am the entrepreneurial assistant. I am very much of an assistant this time because we literally actually had just full tech issues. I kept on pressing buttons too much. So I'm sorry about that. That does not happen. But hello, my name is Audrey Hamilton. I am the entrepreneurial assistant. I am a business coach, a virtual project manager, and a network marketer. So tonight we have Sharon DeHope with us. So, Sharon, do you want to tell us a little bit about yourself? You're muted. I uh, can't mute. Their mic isn't connected.
Sorry about that.
Okay.
I didn't see that I was muted. Sorry. So, so I'm Dr. Sharon DeHope. I am a chiropractor who decided to retire and raise my kids, and then I just had that entrepreneurial spirit in me. Found network marketing, and found out about self-development, which no one had ever told me about. I knew a little bit, but I knew who Tony Robbins was, but I didn't know how much was really out there. And I became hooked. I've always been a lifelong learner. I love being a student. I love reading. I love researching. So that became my new passion, was developing myself and learning about myself. And I had a lot to learn. And that's how I became a life coach. And I dove in about over a year ago now to getting certified as a life coach. And before that, I've had lots and lots of coaches, and just love helping people. As a chiropractor, I help people. I did a lot of coaching as a chiropractor with all my patients, and it just is a natural segue for me because I just love meeting new people and helping them with their dreams the way I've been able to help myself. If you can't coach yourself, you can't coach anyone else. And that's what I came to learn. So I've made huge strides since last year, and I'm so happy to be here and talk to you.
We're glad to have you here too. I'm really excited about tonight's topic. So, I am a Christian. I do believe, though, that we can help manifest things into our lives, though. Like, I can't quite explain my full on belief on it, but I do believe that we help manifest ourselves. We have to meet God about halfway. So, sorry, I'm not meaning to step on toes, but I just wanted to clear that up that I am a Christian, but I do believe in manifestation as well. So that's why we're having this here. A lot of you guys will see in my group that we post prayers a lot and stuff like that, but I'm not discounting that I do believe this as well. So, tell us a little bit more about your business. What do you do? How do you help people? And what's kind of your mission there?
Yeah, so I'm a Catholic, so I'm very spiritual myself. And I guess I really never dove into this. But the more I did a training for 6 months with Bob Proctor, who is, he studied the book Think and Grow Rich from Napoleon Hill. So once I was in that program, that was a couple of years ago, that really started me thinking, about our paradigm and our subconscious and how we prevent ourselves from moving forward. So along with that, then I did my life coaching and I learned a lot about the things that our mindset does to us and how we prevent ourselves from being successful. And you can have degrees, you can have all the accolades and still not feel good about yourself. So that's what started me on this real journey towards mindset. And then that led me into coaching with other people that talked about manifesting. And I had never really thought about that. But when you take what Bob Proctor taught and then the other people that I've been following, manifesting is really just having a good mindset. And it's opening up your mind instead of telling yourself the stories that we tell ourselves, because I didn't even realize that I was stopping my own success. I just had all these blocks. And it wasn't until I started unblocking myself that I saw that things could really be different. So I poo pooed like affirmations and all that stuff. And I was like, there's just no way that really works. But when I took it seriously and was paying in a coaching program, I said, I better try this. I mean, she's telling me to do it and she's very successful. So I did start doing it. And then I started looking in the mirror every morning and saying, good morning, beautiful. I am beautiful. And the more I did that, the more I started feeling really, really powerful. So that started my journey for, you know, realizing how many things are affected by our mindset. And it's whether you're trying to lose weight, whether you're trying to start a business, whether you're just trying to have a healthy family or a relationship. It's what you tell yourself every day. So manifestation is also part of that, because unless you are open to creating the life that you want in your mind, it's never going to happen. It's like getting in your car and saying that, I'm going to go to California, but I don't have a map. I don't have a GPS. Well, how am I going to get there? So unless you can pave the pathway, like give yourself sort of like a GPS to where you're going, you're really not going to get there. And that's why people fail so much. That's why they lose 10 pounds and then they gain it back. And they lose 10 pounds because they're not fully committed. So when you start to, that's where this word manifest comes from. You start to let your imagination run a little wild, and you think like, what is my magic day? My Not my magic day, but like my perfect day. What does that look like? How would I like it to be? So that's what I do with my coaching. Is I teach all these different parts of how to make yourself be able to see what you really want. We do every week, we meet in my group coaching and we talk about self awareness, self discipline, self love. That was another one. I didn't even understand what that means. But once you really delve into it, you realize that self love means that, you're going to take care of you so that you are the most healthiest that you can be. And then you can be healthy to your parent, to your kids, to your family members, to your spouse. Like you can give them the best of you. And don't they deserve that? Of course they do. But we don't always think about it. As a mom, we always feel like we should be running on fumes. But
Yeah.
right? I mean, I know I was there. I was there. And
Yeah.
nobody ever told me this. So that's where this manifesting comes. It's like, what would you really like your life to be like? And that's why it's so powerful, because if you can really, and I mean, I talk to these ladies and it's not like here at one time and you do it. Because I know I'm in a program and I'm being coached about this. So I'm in the trenches doing it myself, growing and expanding. And, you know, um, I started with a vision board, and one by one, things started coming true. I I guess you would say at the time I didn't realize, but I was manifesting a condo in Florida. It was on my vision board. This was like 3 years ago. And boom, it happened. And then um, my trip to Ireland that we took this summer, that's been on my vision board. But then I started manifesting, what would it feel like to actually be walking in Ireland and getting to meet my first cousin. And I started experiencing, it's the feeling of it happening. And then it happened within like a month. It was planned and we went 3 months later.
I love it.
So I'm teaching you what I'm learning. It's very much experiential, like what I'm seeing happening in my life, and my coach is telling us how things are working in her life. So that's what's so exciting, is it's not just like reading a book and learning from the book, which is awesome, awesome, awesome. But I really delve into how you can make these things happen for yourself.
Yeah, I love that. I really do. And it's right about vision boards. I love vision boards.
Yeah, because it's the picture. It's like mine sitting right here, and I love looking at it. And the thing is, it's a lot of times people thought that a vision board was something you do once. It was like doing your New Year's
Mm,
resolutions way back. That's what people would do, and then you just stuff it away and you look at it next year. Well, what does that do for you? Nothing. You need to write down your goals and have them written down. Number one, most hardly anybody does that, really. And then you need to read them more than once a day, and you need to carry it with you or have a picture of it with you so that it's like in the top of your mind, so that you don't, and especially when you get discouraged and you feel
yeah.
like the day is not going well, that's when you have to like refresh yourself and say, wow, I got to get back on. I want to stay in the moment. And that brings me to the next thing. It's our vibration that is so powerful, because let's say, if you hear a sad song on the radio, or you play it, and you get like kind of melancholy, look how fast you can change your mood, right? Or you watch a
Yes.
sad movie, just like that, you can bring yourself into a
Yeah.
vibration. And
Or
then
you watch the news and you get cranky.
exactly. Exactly. Like you do not really want to dwell in the news. You need to know the highlights, know what's going on, but then you have to
Hmm.
like say, unless it's
Turn it
something
off.
right on a normal everyday basis, we're talking, not if something tragic happens. But
Hmm.
the thing is, you want to be always thinking gratitude, um, positive things, even when things don't work out the way you'd like them to. Always look at what you can be grateful for. That has changed my life. Changed my life. And this is what I teach and coach about, is that it's so important how you portray yourself every day. You want to be a positive light to other people. How can you serve people? And you can't serve
Yes.
people if you're in a low vibration.
Hmm.
You
Exactly.
want
You can't make
to
people smile if you're not smiling yourself.
exactly, exactly.
Yeah, I love that. So I do have a question. How did you get to the name Slay Your Sparkle with
So
your group?
So we were in my group coach in my coaching program. They encouraged everyone to get a Facebook group. So I don't know. It just kind of came to me, like I didn't want it to be women this or women that, and I really wanted it to be really where it came from is the thing that I try to focus on when I speak to women is, what did you want to be when you were a little girl? And we
Yeah.
and I having being a grandma, I got to see my granddaughter, who's now 6. She put so much joy and spark back into my life that I felt like it really reignited my spark in life. So that's where Slay Your Sparkle. I wanted it instead of like Slay Your Goals, because you can't have your goals if you don't have that sparkle. And,
Exactly.
one of the things I use hashtag it's never too late. And I want to ignite either your old dreams, dust those off. Like, what did you want to do when you were a little girl? Or what are your new dreams? Maybe you've already came out. Or what are you afraid to pick out? There's nothing we can't accomplish. So that's where Slay Your Sparkle came from. I want women to come in and feel like we're going to slay that sparkle back into your life.
I love it. I love it. So, what would you suggest to people? Like, what are a few ideas that you would suggest to anyone that is in starting their business or going after some of those goals? What are some tips you would give them to manifesting more success towards their goals?
Well, really paring down, like, what is it that you really want? Because that's not an easy thing to do. You can
Hmm.
think, like, it's not, I want more money. I want to make X number of dollars. That's okay, but you want it to be more specific than that. You know, do you
Yeah.
want a coaching program? Do you want to be a virtual assistance business? Do you want a social media management business? Like, you know, what is it that you really want? I decided I wanted to be an author. I don't know where this came from. I never wanted to be an author before, but going back like 2 years, I was working with a different coach who I wound up being in the first book with, and I said, I just know that I need to write a book. So I was invited to write a chapter in Never Fear Your Fire was the name of the first book with Jennifer Capella, and we had met quite some time ago and had always networked and stuff. But then we wound up working together. She actually does hair and makeup, and I had we set up a photo shoot for me a couple of years ago. That was one of the best things I ever did. It was such an investment in me, but it was something that was really it set my soul on fire kind of thing. Like I really got excited about just pouring into myself. And so that's one of the things that I would say is, really get specific about what you want. So I wanted to be an author. I wound up being an author in 2 books this past year. So that's pretty exciting. And I wanted to start a podcast. So that's what I'm saying. It's not so much that you have
Wait,
to do everything.
do you have a podcast?
I do have a podcast. It's called
How was I not aware of this?
Sorry. So it's called Let's Slay Your Sparkle Girl.
All right, perfect. Okay, I will have to look it up. Send me the links. I will listen to them because currently I'm actually looking for some podcasts to listen to. I'm kind of being a little picky.
So I do interviews and I put them on the podcast, and then I do some training. So, anything is possible. You just have to write it down, put it on your vision board, write it down. But you may not know exactly what you want your podcast to be or what your book will be, but you need to put it out there in order for it to come to life. So you can't just say, oh, I want to be successful. And
How are you going to be successful? Going deeper, how are you? What are you going to do?
Right. So you need to be very, very specific in what is it that you actually want. Maybe you want to be a diamond in your company, whatever that is, or maybe you want to move up 3 ranks. I mean, that's at least a goal. Like you can figure out how to get there. And if you want to make, $1,000 a month or $10,000 a month, but you have to know more about how you're going to get that. You can't just want the money. You need to kind of figure, do I want to be, how, what's going to make you get there? You need a plan. But you also have to just live in a good mental place every day. I think that's really key, because if you're always looking at other people, and it's so easy on social media, oh, look at her, she's ranking up, look at all those people. I mean, we don't know what people are posting. A lot of times people are posting other people in their company, which is fine, but it doesn't always mean that you're a failure.
Yeah.
It just means that
for me, it's definitely the moms always doing the gentle parenting. I have to actually physically stop myself from watching those videos because it makes me feel like I'm more so a mom. Because it's hard being a mom, and what suits one mom doesn't suit another, and that goes for anyone else in business as well. Sorry, I'm hopping in there.
No, but that's exactly what I'm saying. You can't look at what other people do and make yourself feel bad, because that's not the point of that. That's supposed to encourage you, but say, you know what? I'm never going to be you, Audrey. You're going to be your own kind of mom, your own kind of businesswoman. You are tireless. You're everywhere. We see you everywhere on social media. You're the chats and the group. I mean, you are a motivated, totally committed to your goals, and it shows because
Good. I'm glad. If it didn't, I'd be still sad.
Yeah, but you know what? That's what it takes, and that's what I mean. You can't come on social media and then 3 days later you haven't posted, that's not
Mhm.
the way it works. So that's what I'm saying. I'm not saying you have to post every single day, but you have to have a plan. You need a
Mhm.
plan and you have to stick to your plan. And so you
Yeah.
have to decide, like, what is it that you really want? And are you committed to getting what you want? Because if you're committed, you will get it. The only people that fail are the people that quit.
Yeah. Yep.
So,
That's
if
right.
the, so if the plan that you're
And
working
it's
on,
not even that you quit. It's that even if you have setbacks, if you feel like you're failing, don't feel like you're failing, because you can get right back up. The only time you do stop is when you fully quit and you're done. That's
right?
the time you become a failure. Don't
And
I
we,
just wanted to put this in. If you think that you're faltering in your businesses or faltering as a parent or anything that you're doing in life, just remember that failure is not giving or not falling down. It is failure is not falling down. It's giving up.
yeah,
I
failing to
can't
get
remember.
up.
It's my favorite quote, and I cannot say it because I'm
Yeah,
right.
but it's failing to get back up again. That's the thing.
Exactly.
And if your plan isn't working, then you need another plan. Then you need to find either a mentor in your company if you're in a network marketing company, or you find a coach. I was in plenty of different network marketing companies, but I went outside and got a coach. I had
Yeah.
multiple coaches, and the coaches weren't related to the network marketing company because I had some negative experiences, and they just weren't teaching me the more valuable ways to grow. But
Yeah.
when I found other coaches, and it really wasn't until I found a female coach that things changed for me. And it was my experience. I'm not saying that there's anything wrong with male coaches, but they were always very um, masculine. And I only heard this term last year, the masculine and the feminine. And I really didn't even understand what it was until I really had it explained to me. That masculine is, like within the corporate world as well, it's all like very, you need to post on social media. You have to do it 5 times a week. You have to do this. You have to do that. You have to reach out. Like very mechanical is what the masculine wording is. But with the feminine, it's more like taking the time to journal, to visualize, to do affirmations. So it's more, and men can do that. It's not, has nothing to do with being a male or female, but it's just that energy. So when I learned about that, that's what had changed for me. This coach had
Yeah.
said to me, do the affirmations. I never understood that it's not just saying the words, it was saying the words and starting to believe the words, that you could change like how you saw yourself. So that's what I love teaching. I love coaching women and having them say, I never thought about it like that before.
Yeah.
So it's exciting, to be able to do what other women coaches have done for me. Now I get to do it for other women. And it makes such a difference.
Yes. I love it. So, tell us about a little bit about your program and the new book you're a co-author in.
Huh?
I saw, and I'm going to be posting a flyer in the comments after we're live, about your program a little bit more, then they can reach out to you, but also about the book too.
Sure.
So,
So with my coaching, I currently have a group coaching that is a monthly, and we meet once a week on Tuesday nights, and I do a training, and then we have a nice chat, and you can talk about whatever we're talking about, and I give you homework, and then we do an accountability call on Thursdays, and that's just come in if you want. If you don't want, that's fine too, or if you're busy, but that's just like to keep you. I found that accountability was very helpful for me in my coaching program that I took. So I wanted to offer that because I feel it keeps you like showing up in a group and having to just like say something if you want.
yeah.
You don't have to be accountable, it's up to you. But I found that that's really made a big difference for the ladies. So that's been going on for a couple of months now, and it's really doing very well. We're having great results. And so, like I said, we talk about self awareness, self love, self discipline, a lot of really things that you don't truly get anywhere else, like why you're so valuable to yourself, like why, all these kind of things that to really build up the self so that the
Yeah,
more powerful you are, the more powerful you can be in your life. Why shouldn't you be the star of your own life?
definitely.
And a lot of times people aren't. They're letting other people affect us. And it's time to take back the reins, so to speak. So that's basically what my coaching is, the group coaching. And the one-to-one coaching is going to be, just getting in there and really tackling these issues, but, just on a one-to-one basis. And I see how it's very hard to get one-to-one coaching because a lot of the coaches start that way, but then they get right into bigger programs. But when you get that one-on-one time, because even when you're listening to your coach in a group setting, you always have like personal questions you want to ask them. And that's why I love
Hmm.
the idea of doing one to one so that we can get you to the next level quicker. And
Yes.
that's what so mine is a 3-month package. And you will also get access to the group coaching. And that's just for the rest of this month. My promo is including that and a social media audit. And here's my book. So I'm offering a copy of this book. It's called Unleashing Her, Redefining Success. So this is Dr. Kimberly Olson. So she was my coach. That's why I got certified through her, certified Ignited Life Coach. And
And that's the Kimberly Olsen, everyone, the Gold Digger Girl. She got a co-author with her. So I mean, if you guys have not seen Kimberly, also go check her out. She's awesome. Don't
oh,
I mean come back here, come back to me, watch me too. But I mean, I mean, she's Kimberly's one of my motivations, one of the people who inspire me to grow my businesses more. I
yeah,
have not gotten in coaching programs, but I have watched just about every one of her trainings, and I love it. So
yeah, she's very much, a self-made millionaire, a mom, but she's very, um, she cares so much and she gives so much. And so she's my inspiration because, I transformed my life by being in her program. I went to a beach retreat of hers when you're in her program, and she had a conference last year. So I went to that. So I've met her in person more than once. And, it's wonderful to know that you can actually change people's lives. And that's what she instills in us. Even if you're not in her programs and you're just listening to her trainings, she really gets you excited. And she got me so
mhm.
excited that I had to do it. I was like, all right, I'm finally ready to coach. And so, yeah, so you're going to get a copy of this. So I'm very proud of this book. There's 40 women that tell their stories, and they are powerful stories.
That's awesome. That is awesome. So we've been talking about goals this whole night. So I am dying to know, what is your impossible goal?
Oh, I can't wait to tell you. So, yes, so we work on that as well in my coaching programs because I am a big, big believer that, if you can get one customer in like your network marketing, direct sales, then you know how to do it. So setting
Mhm.
that as a goal isn't really something that's an impossible goal. If you get one customer, you can get 10 customers. You just have to work,
Mhm.
right? So my idea of an impossible goal is like a C-type goal, something that you don't even know how it could happen. So that's what I think you're talking about. So mine is,
Yes. Those
um,
are the best goals.
yes, so mine is hosting a women's retreat. And I'm really, really excited about it. It's kind of coming together. but I don't know how yet. I'm thinking next May.
I can actually connect you with someone to help you with that.
Oh, thank you. See, this is
She's
one.
she's already actually starting up a retreat in January, so you could probably talk to her, and maybe you could be a guest with her,
Yeah.
or something, or have her help you. She's great at what she does. So.
Oh, yeah, that'd be great. And that's what I'm saying. So the more you put out there what you want, it just comes to you.
Exactly.
Isn't that exciting? Like it just, you have to be willing to open up the doors and let it come. And see, you're already connecting me with someone. So it's exciting.
Yes. All right, I'm just writing it down as a note to make sure to connect you guys.
Thank you. I
Okay.
appreciate that.
Yeah. So, where do you see yourself at the end of the year?
Just continuing to grow in my own coaching with my coach and really uh, forming my company, which I've now termed as Sparkle Academy. That put that on the flyer because I just love that word, sparkle. It's just part of like my thing. Right, I just love that. And so, Sparkle Academy, I want to have a few more programs that are going to be coming in the next by the end of the year. So I'm looking forward to doing that, where it'd be like a package of like 6 or 8, and you could just do a self study on your own. So I'll have that in addition to the one-to-one and the group coaching, and then
Awesome.
my beach retreat. So
Yeah.
I want it to be like a women's beach retreat, because I just
Okay.
feel that many women are looking for some place to go. And I found going away myself for the 4 or 5 days was such a refreshing point in my life. And when I came out of there, I was so inspired. And I think
Yes.
that all women
I,
love
I
getting.
love connecting women together, especially. I'm not against you guys, you men. We do have men in this group. But
Yeah,
women, when we get together, it is so much fun. It is so inspiring. You feel so uplifted afterwards. We cackle like a bunch of hens. I love it.
yeah,
Henceforth, my women entrepreneurs drink chats I host every month. I
yes.
love
Well,
them.
and that's why there was only 5 of us in our house. Some of the houses had more women. We became the best of friends, and we still
Yeah.
talk, and it was such a life-changing experience. And I think as the coach, being accessible like that, you know, and giving women like a photo shoot is like fun, and you're uplifting women. So I mean, I have a pretty good idea of what I want to go on at this retreat. So I'm really excited about it. I think it's going to
Awesome.
change lives in a totally fun way.
Yes. And that's great. That sounds awesome. So, is there anything else you would like to add? Our time is about up.
No, just I look forward to women coming into my Slayer Sparkle group. I post in there every single day. Um, I really try to be uh, there with good value, good content, and I'm always there to answer questions and um, just help anybody who's looking for any kind of guidance or refer. I love referring people. I love referring people who do other things better than I do. I'm not a virtual assistant. I am a certified social media manager for it's a social media marketing expert, and I know all the things, but I can do the basics. But if you want specifics, I know people that can do that. So I love being able to refer to my network.
Yeah, I love that.
So if you're
And
looking,
if you guys want to join her group, the group is up in the description, or if you're on YouTube, it'll be down in the description wherever you're at. So just check the description. And I will also put it again in the comments. And I'll also be posting that graphic for you that you sent me, Sharon.
Thank you, Audrey.
But yeah, if anyone has any questions, just comment on here, reach out to Sharon. If you need me to connect you with Sharon, I'm more than happy to do that as well. But yeah, if you guys need anything, just let us know. Thank you very much, Sharon, for coming on and for sharing with us. And I hope everyone has a wonderful night.
Good night.